I am going to go over how to edit an employee's rights in Influence FM. First, you start by clicking on your name at the top right corner of the screen and then clicking on Profile. Once that's done, the profile screen will appear. Expand the Employee Rights section. The first option is Archive this employee. So if you click Yes on Archive Employee, it will make it so that way they no longer appear in the system in employee dropdowns, but it will also remove them from any reports in the system as well. So make sure that you don't need to see them in reports anymore if you want to archive them. Also, before archiving an employee, you need to make sure to transfer any customers under their login, otherwise they will no longer be accessible. If you don't want to completely eliminate the person from the system, like for example, if you still want them to appear in reports, you would instead just set allow login to no, but don't archive them. The next option is can edit rights. This is if you have a manager and they need to be able to edit these rights for other employees. You would have this set to yes. Can approve pending actions enables the pending actions section to be visible and allows the person to edit those pending actions. Can view other employees set to yes means that they will be able to see this employee dropdown and select other employees. And then the following dropdown of can view own office only will make it so that way they will only be able to see employees in their own office. If it's set to no, but they are allowed to view other employees, then they will be able to see the entire company. The next option is can transfer customers and send to trash. You can also set whether the employee will be able to view the sales projections report, view the annual budgets report, or view others Friday reports. Similarly, you have the option to edit the rights for the projections, collections, and budgets level, whether they can view those reports at the company level, the sales level, or just a personal level. For smart rate rights, you have the section can create the following contract types. So this setting just determines which types of contracts an employee is able to choose to create. If any of these are set to no, for example, custom rate, bonus, fixed rate package, trade, one sheet, or NTR, they will not be able to choose those in the dropdown when creating a contract. The next section, contract control, has several options. The first is override station rate. If this is set to yes, that means that the employee can edit the rate on a contract. So when they open up the smart rate contract, if they expand the view station rates section, they will be able to click edit rates and overwrite the default calculated rate. You also have the ability of whether they can approve or reject contracts or traffic contracts, which will enable the pending contracts section for them if either of those options are on. And then depending upon whether they're able to approve or reject or traffic contracts, that will give them the rights to do that. The next section, can edit rates or multipliers for. This enables the settings for the section under, if you click on your name at the top right and go to smart rate settings, any of the rates that these are checked on to yes, they will be able to update those smart rates rights in that section there. So be able to set the station rates, the length, day parts, shows, week of year, fixed rate package, one sheets, and office settings for smart rate. Now we move down to the production order rights section. The first section is ability to assign. So any of these that are set to yes means that in the dropdown, they will be able to choose this option. So if can assign a producer talent, can assign dubbing, or can assign cart number is enabled, they will be able to select the assigner or dubber in the dropdowns. The next section is can be assigned a job duty. If these are enabled, they will appear as a name in the dropdown. So if somebody can be a copywriter, a producer, a talent, or a dubber, you would set yes under can be assigned a job duty section. If they're only able to view their own assignments, you would want to set yes. This is especially important for people who have the ability to view other employees. Next section is Can Edit PO. You have the options Copy Points, Copywriter, Approval, Production, Assigned, and Complete. If any of these are set to No, the employee will not be able to edit the production order in that status. They will be able to open the production order, but the fields will be grayed out and they will not be able to save changes. The next section is Can Edit Traffic Order. It has the options Scheduling, In Traffic, and Trafficked. Similar to the Can Edit PO section, if any of these are set to No, they will not be able to edit the traffic order in that status. Finally, we move down to the Production Step section. So you'll have a drop-down which contains copy points, copywriter drafts, approval, production, assigned, and completed. This determines where an employee can send a production order from that status. So, for example, if I go to the copywriter drafts section, that means that if I am creating a new PO and I'm in the drafts, I will be able to send to any of the statuses that are set to yes. So this can be moving it forward, such as sending it to production or marking it as completed. But it can also be used so that you can send the problem back. So if under the Can Report Problem To section, if any of those are set to yes, you can send it to a prior status. The traffic step section works the same as the production step section. So, for example, if I'm looking at the scheduling option in the dropdown, and I have Can Move To set to traffic yes, that means that I have the ability to send a production or a traffic order to the traffic section. Likewise, if I'm looking at the status of In Traffic, I can report a problem and send it back to scheduling, or send it onward and mark it as trafficked. That is all for this brief overview of the employee rights.